Hey guys, I'm back for another Megazord review. This one's going to be probably a lot worse than the 2010 re-release of the original Megazord, my last Megazord review. That one just fell because parts kept falling off and I couldn't take it apart right. I mean, trying to look at the Megazord while I'm looking at the camera, that was kind of a mistake. This one, I'm going to tell you the reason why it's going to fail. Not because it's not a great... I mean, this is an awesome Megazord. I mean, I love it. It's from the Mighty Morphin series, which technically not an original Mighty Morphin Zero. And I have a list of all the shows, the Japanese versions of Super Sentai and the English adaptations, which this was taken from Ninja Sentai, and please bear with me if I pronounce this wrong. I don't speak Japanese that well. I had to look up the translations in a way. Kakuranger, is that how you say it? And feel free to correct me if I said it wrong. Like I said, I don't study Japanese. I don't know it that well. And I have all the list of all the names of the English adaptations, which there's only one here that does not have an English adaptation when it comes to the suits in a way. Like Karu Sentai Kakuranger, that was Mighty Morphin. Next one was Gosai Sentai Kakuranger, which that's where the Thunder Zords and the White Tiger Zord came from. But they did not use the 5 main costumes of that show. And then, like I just mentioned, Ninja Sentai Kakuranger, we know that as the Alien Rangers, and that's where this Megazord and the Shogunzord and the Falconzord came from. So, if you didn't know that now you do. Just remember that Mighty Morphin, the last 2 seasons were ripped off from 2 other Super Sentai shows, and I think when Zeo came along, they knew they couldn't do it anymore. So, let me tell you why this is going to fail. It's because this Megazord has seen better days. Half the Megazord's still pretty good when it comes to the Zords. Half it, kind of bad. And let me explain why. I'm going to take it apart, and it's very easy to take apart. First of all, the crane. It's missing its little crane head. Yep, and that's because my little sister, when she was a little baby, came in my room, grabbed my Megazord, ripped the little head off, and I never saw the head since. So, it's now a headless crane, and that's how to transform it. It's the easiest to transform all of them. So, there you go. And I'm going to take the Falcon off. Another Zord that has seen better days. This one was actually, because of me, I got bored, to be honest with you. I was 10 years old when I had the Zord, so I thought, let's do a little experiment. Let's take the feet off and see if I can use an action accessory for the other Rangers. Well, now I can't stand the Falcon up. It's not as tall as it used to be. I mean, still can do this. Still move the head. Still open the mouth. Tail is missing. I don't exactly remember what happened to the tail. I don't know if I took it off or a friend took it off or my little sister took it off. I don't know. So it still flies, but it sucks to have 3 parts of it missing. Otherwise, it was a really good Zord. So that really does suck, you know. And here's the other Zord. So I'm going to take this off and show you the other Zord that unfortunately has seen better days. And this, I can blame a friend. So the Frog Zord. Of course, it transforms like this. Look at this. Came right off. And I did not do that intentionally. There was a spring in here. Basically, here's what happened. I mean, frogs are supposed to hop, right? Well, my friend decides, oh, I'm going to make it hop. Boom! There goes the leg. And then I eventually lose the spring because I couldn't get back in there. So, I'm glad it'll stay on there as long as I don't move it. Other than that, yeah, that really does suck. Ruins the condition of this Megazord. So, another Zord that's seen better days. So, half the Zord is good, half is bad. So, let me show you the Zords that are still good. The bear is alright. The only thing missing is the little silver part that goes in its mouth. Other than that, still in good condition. Pop the legs out. There you go. And there's one thing I never understood between the Super Sentai version and then the movie version of Mighty Morphin. The bear can stand on 2 legs and act like a bear because bears can do that. It's like a grizzly bear, but of course if it stands on 2 legs it's got its head up in the air, so could do that, but it won't. Next one, very good condition, the Wolf Zord. I like that. Tail goes up. Woo! Very good one. I mean, I'm glad this one's good condition. And the last one is the Ape Zord, which compared to the movie version, which actually looked like an ape, and it was in CGI. This was a guy, of course, in the Super Sentai was a guy wearing a suit. Yeah, look. Does this look like an ape to you? Maybe in the face, but it's some kind of samurai ape robot. I mean, still cool. And I was not a big fan of Rocky. I was not too happy when he replaced Jason. But I still like the Red Ranger. I mean, at that time, Tommy had already become my favorite as the White Ranger, and I liked him as the Green Ranger. And as much as I was not happy having Rocky as the Red Ranger, I still liked the Zords he was piloting. At least as the Red Ranger before he switched over to Zeo as a Blue Ranger, then I kind of stopped caring about him. Missing his swords, unfortunately. I wish I still had them. I found one, the other one's gone, so there's no point. And basically the swords, you can either hold them in both hands or you can put them together as one, and sucks I can't show you. I was really looking for it earlier. I was like, damn. So anyways, here's the Zords. Not much to them. And like I said, much different than the movie counterpart. You know, look like an actual gorilla. The frog actually has his tongue come out, while in the Japanese version, the frog spits out little frogs. Now, something I also didn't understand what was different, because I saw the movie first, and how awesome was that movie? I mean, that'd be one of the best things they've ever done. Maybe not the best, but when the Wolf Zord and the Ape Zord transformed, the ape's head would switch it around to the hand. Instead, it comes with a little head cover, and so is the Wolf Zord. But in the American movie, the wolf head doesn't transform; it just stays the same. And also, the ape hand was able to move, and it had a sword, which this Megazord did not come with a sword. The wolf and ape are actually the weapons. So let's transform it back once again. Real simple transformation. Do it again, just like I did. Arms pop right in the back. You do this. Like that. Wolf's legs pop back in, like that. Gotta make sure the bear's legs go in. Make sure they snap in. Because if you don't snap them in, then it won't. See, it won't go in. Right. You gotta make sure they snap it. Click them in. There you go. And don't have the silver part to go in its mouth. So there you go. Frog Zord. I'm gonna take its leg off real quick. It sucks having to do that. And then Frog's little feet fit in right here. Go in that compartment. So then I grab the other frog leg. Frog legs, anyone? This wouldn't taste good, would it? And then the crane, flies. I'll put it on in a moment because it's the easiest one. Bear goes on top. And always make sure you put the wolf on this side, ape on this side. I mean, you could do it the other way, but then someone might correct me, and I've never done it that way anyway. And you put this on the ape head. Like so. There we go. And then on the wolf. Once again, another fail review. It sucks having to look at my camera and then, morph the Zord. Finally, the crane comes in, push the wings in, head, and there you go. And really, you don't have to have the Falconzord in the back. It's more of like an optional Zord, and what I think in the Japanese version, despite the fact that I haven't watched it, so I might be wrong, I don't think anyone really piloted the Falconzord. I mean, maybe the White Ranger did in the Japanese version, but I think most parts just the White Ranger in that version was a girl. I think she just piloted the Crane Zord. And I think she was the leader, but I've seen it in the Japanese version. I've watched at least the opening to it. I think the Red Ranger's still the leader in a way. And then of course they have the Shogun Megazord, which sounds pretty cool. And the Falconzord goes to the Shogun Megazord because there's little tabs here where the arms would go. And if I had the Shogun Megazord, I would show you. And I kind of figured that there was no Pink Ranger in that version because, despite the fact the toy was a pink Crane Shogun Zord, it was actually white in the Super Sentai, and they even showed that in the Mighty Morphin. So I got here. So Falcon goes on around the back. Falcon flies in. Now it can fly. And there you go. Overall, I like this Megazord. It was the first one I ever got, other than that big bulky one I told you about in my last video. I was happy to get this. I mean, I'm always happy to get anything Power Rangers related, or even if it doesn't come apart. Now, the only thing I don't like is the ape is not the main body. I've always liked the Zords where, the Red Ranger Zord goes and all the other pieces assemble on it, like the original Megazord, the Thunder Megazord, and the Shogun Megazord. But it's still cool. I like it. Had lots of fun playing with it. Still wish it was in better condition. It's seen better days, but that's childhood for you, man. If I can get this again, it will be taken better care of. I'll make sure the tail stays on the Falcon. Frog leg don't come off. The crane will still have his little head. Yep. But, that whatever, man. I had fun playing this as a child. And maybe I hope someday, if Power Rangers is still around when I have children, and it probably will be. I mean, come on. The Super Sentai franchise has been around since 1975. So chances are there will be another generation of Power Rangers and Sentai series for years to come, as long as the kids in Japan still love it, and there's still people in this country and other countries that love it. I don't see it going away anytime soon, and probably the same can go for Pokemon. There's like over 600 of them, and there'll probably be 600 more years later. Okay, anyways, I got a few more I'm going to try to do here tonight. So, thanks for watching. Sorry this one failed so bad. I'm probably going to get a lot of people saying, oh wow, that sucks, that's a piece of crap. Hey, you know what? Everyone else probably has got better Megazords than this, and I mean, it's something different, okay? Whatever. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.